A Mifflin County family is still recovering after a fire ripped through their Lewistown home Wednesday night. That includes one woman who jumped 3 stories to escape the fire. At last check, she was in critical condition at the Lehigh Valley Burn Center. She broke multiple bones, including her back and parts of her legs. Her mother-in-law tells us she is going to need at least 16 surgeries. 4 other people in the house suffered severe burns. First responders were able to get them out of the house.
They helped little man, my grandson, out. They put the ladder up to help him out because he was scared. He has autism. He didn't know where to go. He didn't know what to do. Thank God they got him out.
The family says they do not know where they're going next. We reached out to the state fire marshal for an update. They let us know there is an active investigation right now to figure out how this fire started. In Lancaster County, Manor Township police are still looking for 3 people who were seen in surveillance video near the area of the two-vehicle crash. It ended in the Susquehanna River and left a woman dead. Now, it happened just before 2:30 Thursday morning in the area of Water Street and Charlestown Road in Washington Borough. The coroner identified the victim as 20-year-old Sage Zink of Columbia. News 8 spoke to police again today, and they say they have interviewed several witnesses who reported seeing those 3 individuals. The chief now says they are pretty certain those 3 people were in the vehicles at some point. Still no word on the condition of the person who was hit by a vehicle last night in York County. 911 dispatchers say a person was hit just after 10 o'clock last night on Lincoln Highway near Keeney Lane in Hallam Township. In Dauphin County, 5 men are charged after state police say people being recorded in public escalated into a fight. Troopers say they were called to the area of West Main and Market Streets and Elizabethville around 6:30 p.m. on June 19th. They say Trey Davis and Skylar Melkoski were recording people in public when Logan Sheeb approached them and asked them to delete the recording. Now, investigators say Melkoski pointed pepper spray at Sheeb, who then grabbed it. They say Davis then struck Sheeb, which led to a fight. Now, troopers say Christopher Zerby and Devin Kaufman saw the confrontation from across the street, ran over and began hitting Davis and Melkoski. They said Davis and Melkoski suffered visible injuries. The American Red Cross has declared a national blood supply crisis after donations fell critically low this summer. This is only the 2nd time ever donations have been this low. News 8's Sarah Metz reports from Park City Center in Lancaster, where a blood drive is scheduled for next week.
What that means right now is that specifically type O blood, we have a 1-day supply.
Executive Director of the Central Pennsylvania chapter, Laura Burke, says patients who desperately need blood might already be feeling the effects.
We are, having to make decisions about sending it to hospitals. Hospitals are having to make difficult decisions about, how their treatment plans work.
The Red Cross says the summer low is usually due to donors taking vacations, but this season's crisis could be from the extreme heat, poor air quality, and widespread foodborne illnesses across the country.
We need people to constantly replenish the blood supply, whether it be through sponsors of blood drives, opening their doors for blood drives, through donors who are giving. On average, every 56 days is when you can do a standard blood donation. We need a lot of people coming through the door.
Just 3 donors at each blood drive this summer can help stabilize the supply, according to the Red Cross.
We need to replenish blood beyond just today and tomorrow, so make that appointment when it's most convenient for you.
Park City is the next donation site in Lancaster. We have a full list of the upcoming Red Cross blood drives across the Susquehanna Valley on our website, WGAL.com. And if you donate during the month of August, they are also giving out a $20 Amazon gift card. A Lancaster County historic landmark will reopen today after being forced to close due to storm damage earlier this month. The Landis Valley Museum suffered extensive tree damage from storms over the 4th of July weekend. The staff says they're grateful for all the help they received during the cleanup and are looking forward to welcoming guests back today.
You could definitely see out of this tragedy that Landis Valley means something to people. And so us getting open as soon as possible is really important, not only for us to get back to business, but for the community that really appreciates this place.
State funding and funding from the Pennsylvania Historical Museum Commission help with the recovery costs. The museum's military days will go on as scheduled next weekend, August 8th and 9th. This is your last weekend to visit the State Museum of Pennsylvania before it temporarily closes its doors for renovations. News 8's AJ Sisson visited the museum to see what's going to be new.
Pennsylvania has been at the center of it all for so many years, from the founding of our country to Gettysburg and to the contributions that Pennsylvanians continue to make to America today.
Since 1964, more than 250 years of the Keystone State's history has been on display along 3rd Street. But starting next week, 3 years of major renovations, the largest of such in its 62-year history.
It's a $79.73 million renovation. We're going to be doing extensive upgrades to the infrastructure here in the building.
We'll lay the groundwork for renovating about 50% of our galleries over the next 8 years.
Widening the escalators, larger capacity elevators, and more inclusive bathrooms. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what's to come.
We'll have a brand new experience here behind me, which is in the lobby. You'll come in, there'll be an opportunity to learn about Pennsylvania, the history of Pennsylvania, as a free exhibit.
We will also be creating a 5th floor event space.
Right next to the State Museum building is the old Pennsylvania State Archive building, and they're going to take this over. In the first 15 floors, it's going to be climate-controlled storage for artifacts, and on the 16th floor, take a look at these renderings, stunning views of the Capitol area.
Although the building will be closed, we'll be offering virtual tours of the museum, of our exhibits, as well as in-person events.
When the renovations are complete in 2029, there will also be a made-in-PA store featuring crafts you can buy. The museum is in its current state. It's open until tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. There's also a WGAL exhibit at the State Museum. The original Percy Platypus and Wgal Wombat puppets are at the State Museum. The museum tells us they are not on display right now, but they are in storage. Now, Percy Platypus and his friends was hosted by WGAL pioneer Mary Jane Landis and puppeteer Jim Freed.